What's up, everybody? This is ReviewBox, and today we're going to do something a little different. So this is my special guest.
I'm Grauso.
Oh, yeah, I got the full name going.
Full last name, too.
Yeah, if you don't know who this man is, you're in the right spot. 'Cause we're going to learn about him and talk about his short film he did called Veil, which is out now. So please look at the link in the bio, check it out, comment, do all that fun stuff. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Just finished the talk with the Mount Sac newspaper, and that was really fun. I did that over the phone, talked with him for 30, 40 minutes, and it was good.
And he's already pushing you to do a sequel.
Yeah, he already wants us to do Veil too. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're like, dude, it's the one story. That's it. Not everything has to be a franchise.
The people want more. Apparently, Gabriel has to find something else to try to kill him. Yeah.
Ooh, spoiler.
Oh, God.
Spoiling your own movie a minute in.
Oh, man.
Nah,
you're ahead of myself.
You're good. So before we kind of get into the whole production side of Veil and kind of what got you there, we just kind of want to get to know you a little more. I want to get to know you a little more. I do know you outside of the pod. I do want to say that. For those who don't know, we met at Mount Sac in class, and this guy would just always talk about Dune.
I saw it 3 or 4 times in theaters when it first came out, and I watched it a couple times after on HBO Max. One of my favorite movies come out last year.
Do you like the first one or the second one more?
I kind of like the first one more. The second one's really, really good. There's more action and a lot more comedy. But the first one is feels so weird and dreamy. And I love movies that have that sort of uncanny valley effect to them. Sort of like David Lynch. It almost Lynchian, the first one, and I love that shit.
And David Lynch, correct me if I'm wrong, please. He kind of inspired you to do Veil, right?
He did.
Yeah,
so
you were kind of talking about that.
When David Lynch died, that's one of the things that really pushed me to just make something, just regardless of how it was going to be, just make something, get it done, and just have a finished product that I can actually look at afterwards and feel proud of.
Well, hell yeah. Well, it's a good product for sure. We'll talk a little more about that soon. But just to kind of dial back, don't be mad at me. I have yet to finish Dune. I've only seen the first 30 minutes of it.
Of the
first
Denis
one.
Villeneuve one or the David Lynch one?
Both.
What? Oh my God.
I've never seen Dune in general.
Oh, you should really watch it.
Yeah, I know. So I'll do that after this pod.
You got to. It's really good sci-fi. Really good sci-fi.
Hell yeah. So to back it up a little more, I just kind of want to know, what are some of your favorite movies? It doesn't have to be in any certain order.
Okay.
It's kind of movies that are you, I guess you could say. First
one, Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. I've seen all 3 of those movies easily over 1,000 times. I've been one of my first memories is being in front of a TV screen watching Lord of the Rings. And it was specifically Two Towers. And that one would always scare me because it had Gollum in it. Fun fact. Yeah. It would scare me, but I would still watch it. Because I loved it so much. I would hide under the blanket when Gollum would show up. Yeah. And then after I would listen and then he'd leave, I'd pop up out from under the blanket and keep watching.
You know what, dude? That's so crazy. That's funny too, because super random, but my friend's kid is the same way, but with, have you seen Cars?
Yeah. Scared of cars?
Yeah. No. He's scared of, in Cars 1, the only part he's scared of is when the cow cars, I guess, when they're they're tipping them over.
Yeah.
So every time they show up, he would get scared and they would have to skip that part.
Bovine are terrifying animals.
Yeah, but anyways, okay, so the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then what else?
Train Spotting. I love that movie. That was another movie.
What movie?
Train Spotting.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of Train Spotting?
I've never even heard of it.
It's a Scottish movie. It's got Ewan McGregor and, very sadly, some other Scottish actors that I don't know the exact names of. But, oh my God, that movie is so, so good. That one is a movie that I watched later on in life that pushed me to actually try to make something.
Wow. Is it early 2000s, 90s?
I think late 90s.
Late 90s.
I think it's 99 or something like that, 97.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, you got to watch it sometime.
Yeah, I got to put it on my list.
It's about addiction and being young and just getting almost whisked away in that, and how everyone has an addiction to something, but it's what you choose to have an addiction to that sort of sets who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to watch it.
It's so good. Yeah. Danny Boyle is the director. I want to say he was attached to, or is currently attached to, 28 Years Later.
I barely just saw 28 Days Later. last month, I think.
What?
In theaters.
That is cool.
That is cool. That was my first time watching it from start to finish.
Oh
So
man, that's a movie I saw when I was way too young.
okay. I did see, honestly, the only part I've seen, like, when I was a little kid was when he was on the bridge.
Yeah, in London?
Yeah, and I was just, like, a little kid, so I was like, what the hell is this? But anyways, so that was my first time seeing it start to finish. It was amazing, and it made me super hyped for 28 years later.
Oh, yeah.
Just to go and look in, like, kind of just, like, to see who's directing it and writing it. Same director, same writer.
Beautiful.
So they linked back up to do this next movie. And it's like, because I want to be a screenwriter. So to see that, it's like, I'm like, okay, I'm confident in this movie. Because it's like, it's the same screenwriter and the same director teaming up again to make something. Like,
and still keeping the same visual style and stuff. I'm very confident that it's going to be more of the other movies, but still bring something new. Especially with that whole, like, community on the island.
Yes.
Like, that's it, like, again, it's so far into the infection that there's, like, blackout zones where people still live but have to, like, go out for, I forget exactly why in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. The after watching 28 Days Later in theaters, they actually show you, like, a sneak peek of 28 years
that's
later.
so cool.
They show you a scene and all that. It's really good. You should come with us to watch it.
I'd be down.
We already got our
What's it?
tickets.
For where?
For the AMC, but on a Thursday night showing.
Which AMC?
I'll tell you off the pod.
Oh,
Don't
I'm sorry. I'm
dox
sorry.
yourself.
Sorry,
No, I'm just
guys.
kidding. So anyways, sorry about that. So yes, 28 years later, we should totally go see it together. I think we'll have a great time. I haven't seen The Middle Child yet, which is 28 months later. So
with someone from Trainspotting, by the way.
Yeah, so I will get into that because I don't want no problems. I'm already causing way too much problems.
But after Trainspotting, for my favorite movie, is probably Stalker. That's a Russian movie. That's directed by Andrei Tarkovsky. And that's another director who I feel inspired me a lot. So his father was a poet, and he went into the son went into movies, and you can just tell it's very palpable that his father was a poet because he's able to put certain things into words that you would have never been able to, like, do so yourself. And it's like, it's just so beautiful. I've seen probably all of his movies. There might be one or two that I haven't seen yet, but honestly, like definition of an auteur and of an artist. And it's like, I aspired to be to that level, and his movies are all great. For my final one, something animated movie is Jinro. That's a Japanese anime movie. It's Jinro Wolf Brigade specifically, because there's some other movies that are actually live action and are super weird. But the anime is really, really cool. Anti-fascist manga gets turned into a movie, and it's great. It's got beautiful, like, I'm trying to remember, like, late 90s style animation. So sort of in the same vein as Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, yeah.
I would say on the same level of animation.
What is that? Was Evangelion?
Evangelion?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Have you not seen Evangelion?
Okay, hold up.
I'm going to put you on some shit
Hold on.
dude.
Okay. So that Russian movie, never seen it.
Uh-huh.
No heard of it. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry. And then the
Nick,
movie.
we're 1 for 4.
Okay, I know. And then the movie that you just mentioned, never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen how do you say it again?
Jinro?
No, the other one.
Stalker.
No, the other animated one.
Oh my god. Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, yeah, but what is it?
Evangelion.
Okay. I've seen it because of my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
so he showed me it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen it. So I don't want
like
problems.
the series or the movies?
Okay, just the movies.
Oh,
Just one of the movies.
Just one?
I've only seen one movie. Is there more than one?
There's a lot of movies.
Holy.
So they actually rebooted the whole series those movies. 4 movies are called the rebuilds.
Yeah.
And so they, like, reanimated and also added some, like, new stuff from the series. So it treads some new ground while adding some new things, but it does so because it ends the series in, like, a completely different way.
Okay, I do know about that.
Mhm.
I do know that those two things are different. So I don't want to know any more problems. So you'll go ahead and shoot me those movies so I can
I definitely
watch
will,
them
dude.
and catch them up because I'll watch them and I'll let you know.
Most of them should be on streaming of some sort. Jinro might be. I had to torrent that, so I might send you the file.
Yeah, no worries. I know what's funny is super side note. At the beginning of this year, I told myself I have a list where it's every time someone tells me, "Have you seen this movie?" and I haven't seen it, I will go ahead and put it on that list. So when
Yeah,
you
you got like
when you text me,
5.
I will go ahead and put those on the list. If I had the list right now, I'd show you because there's somebody told me I really need to go to see that movie. He's really not that into you.
Oh fuck! Why does that sound familiar?
Because it's like a.
Is it recent?
I feel like it's like a early 2000s rom-com. I could be totally
Oh
wrong.
my god! Does
He's
it
just
have
not
Matthew
that into
McConaughey
you.
or something?
I don't know. If it does, then I'll for sure watch it because I love that guy.
But just funny because I swear someone just brought that movie up to me either in like a video or like in conversation as well.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the reason why we're here today is because of Vel. Obviously, don't like spoil anything. We won't I'll kind of give my rating for it or how I felt about it when I viewed it with you for the first time. But what brought that to? You can obviously give like a little synopsis of what it's about. But what made you write that and be like, out of all the things you wrote, or maybe if that's the only thing you wrote, what made you pick that? Do you know what I mean? Because you got to really, like, from what I've learned from the little tiny experience I have is like, once you pick something and that's what you want to move forward with, you got to be ready to be dedicated.
Yeah.
That's what I know for sure.
And there was like a lot of things that, once I was like dead set that I was going to do it, we ran into problems. And I just had to instantly pivot because otherwise I would have just held stuff up. And I knew that if like that would happen, it'd be like a roadblock and it would just be a problem. But like the way that I started it was obviously in Hernandez's class. It was an assignment. Funnily enough.
I was actually there and I heard the very, very, very early version of the film.
And you read for the character that you played, which I thought was really
Which
funny.
is actually, that's actually very crazy. Didn't even think about that. So real quick, this guy hits me up. He's like, hey, I'm doing this production. I want you to be a part of it. I'm over here. I'm like, oh, I could be your sound guy. I could be your first AD. I was like, where do you need me, sir? Is basically my attitude. And he's like, oh, you're going to act. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, let's do this. I was like, send me the script so I can make sure I know how to do this.
Was it your first acting one?
Oh, it was.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was
and
like.
after that, it just started a trend now.
Oh, yeah, and then the snowball effect. But enough about me. But anyways, go on. Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote that for Hernandez's class. It was for an assignment. And so what sparked me to initially come up with the concept was my grandfather had just passed away. And initially in class, I remember the log line, instead of the, this isn't spoiling it, instead of the dead girlfriend, it was going to be just a dead loved one or something like that. And so that's where it initially started, is that I lost my grandfather, and it was just like that feeling of being like you want to say more or like ask questions or have conversations with this person, but you
like
physically can't.
But because there's things left unsaid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it's just that sort of feeling of like, man, I wish I would have asked them this. I wish I would have asked them that. And so I worked that into the plot for the short film, and sort of again pivoted from just like a general loved one into a relationship, because I feel like just a general loved one there's not enough conflict there, but with the relationship you can have there's always complications in relationships. There's always drama and all that kind of stuff. So I pivoted to that, and I feel like it made it more personal, and it made it a lot more intimate, I feel, especially with one of the scenes.
Yeah, no, 100%. Which I feel like, damn, so since it comes from such like a meaningful place, I feel like that just pushed you to put even more into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm of the opinion that you should always find something personal that you can put into your work and in whatever you're writing. And that way, I feel like once you do that, you're willing to put more into it and more and more. And because writing is vulnerable.
Yeah.
This art form is very vulnerable. And so you have to really just put your heart on the page and show someone else, or like put it on screen and stuff. So that can be tough, but I feel that once you do that, it like you can't be separated from the work at that point. And it makes it just a lot more, I think it just makes it better.
Yeah, no, I think it does. Damn, the way you explained it just like opened my eyes to it. Like, damn, you're right. Like you put like, in a sense, you put like a little piece of you in it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And it's like
there's a lot of me in this movie.
Yeah, and I feel like it's nerve wracking in a sense, because you're just like, how are people gonna view this, and what are people gonna say about it, and then what are my friends and or like peers that are gonna help me build it, like what are they gonna think about it? Which brings me into my next thing, like how was the pre-production phase for you, and then the production phase for you?
The pre-production was a lot of locking down rental gear. So I went to ShareGrid and used that website, and it was a lot of like looking at stuff and being like, do I need that? Am I not going to need that? And I was trying to budget myself really hard. And so I was saying like, no, don't need that, don't need that. And I got lucky with one of the packages. I did not get lucky with the other package because there was problems with sound. But it was a lot of like locking down gear. It was talking to Mike. It was talking to you. It was talking to a lot of other people who had already done stuff and sort of seeing like, what's step one? What should I do first? And so I was in the planning stage for a long time. And I probably started planning it like right after last semester's short film festival. Right after I talked with you and Mike.
Yeah.
I started thinking like, okay, well, how can I do this? And then after gear, I started to try and lock down the cast. That was the next thing. And then afterwards, I felt like I could move forward. And then afterwards, I started to try and lock down like props and Geneva specifically for stuff like makeup, more finer things.
Shout out Geneva.
Super shout out Geneva. She was so helpful and is just very, very kind. But and then also wardrobe. That was like the last thing. And I was in communication with Maya for that. She just ended up buying that dress. She got lucky. She found that at Goodwill.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, perfect. So it was a lot of communication. I feel like that is key for when you're planning something like this, is keep everyone on the same page and keep everyone posted. And so that way, when we do actually get to like the filming point or everything like that, everyone's ready to go, and everyone knows what to do.
Yeah. See, now it's like you saying all that, it makes it seem like, well, wow, you must have not ran into any issues during production.
Oh my God.
If you don't mind talking about it, I heard a tiny bit that the beach was fun.
That was a hellish day. So our teachers have like said this a lot, but filmmaking is problem solving, and that's fucking true. I don't know if I can swear.
Oh no, by all means, get crazy.
That's fucking true, dude. Because the problem with the beach day was a connection port. So you probably are very familiar with this. When media is plugged in to the camera, there's a setting where you can select where it just stops filming if media gets removed. And that's so you don't miss anything. So like you won't like think that you're filming or something like that, and then to go through the whole scene and it's perfect, and then you check and it's like we weren't rolling. But so
you made me paranoid right now because so like right now I had to check if the camera was rolling because I was like wait hold up, but we're good.
It's that paranoid like back of the head thought, and whenever you're working with cameras is it rolling? But we had the opposite problem where that it just wouldn't roll. So we couldn't even get it to start. So it was some problem with the cage and the C port. We had it plugged in, and the motion of me lifting the camera up like a basic tilt and doing that knocked it just a little bit. But it was just enough to where it stopped filming. And so that was the scene that we had the most takes on, which I'm kind of happy about because at least we didn't have too many takes with like the camera actually working good. Yeah. Because we got to like, I think, take 16.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It was high.
That's what I heard.
It was really, really rough. And again, it was the master shot. So we had to get it for like 3 minutes. We had to cover the whole scene.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was like the most minute movement would shut off the camera. But we somehow made the day. We somehow made that day. And I'm just so happy. Everyone was on hands. Like everyone was like helping out. Everyone was moving.
Yeah.
We were losing the sun at a certain point, and we were starting to get a little frantic. But we pulled through. Like Geneva, Glitzel started helping Geneva put on Maya's makeup, and they were just working overtime.
Yeah.
And we managed to get it.
Hell yeah, man. That's the way you do it. It just really is teamwork. And it's funny because you know what? The shot is great.
I do think it turned out really well. There was lots of gasps in the theaters when that showed up.
Yeah, the beach shot, it was great. I just had, it just took a while. Oh my gosh. So the film is out now. Please again check the link in the bio.
Run it up.
Let's see. Okay, like how do I say this? Like being straight up, I was not like I'm not gonna say, I was expecting it to be bad.
I was expecting it to be bad.
I was expecting it to be good. To be good. And I was like, hell yeah, because he's worked on it. I like the script. But when I watched it, I swear, I'm not even lying, it blew my expectations of what, I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. And then I was like, damn, this was really good.
Thank you, dude.
So I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I feel like yeah, if you're tuning into this episode, you gotta watch the film. It just wouldn't make
It's
sense.
like 9 minutes. Go watch it, and then come back and watch the rest of this.
Yeah, right.
Pause the video.
Pause the video, go and come back. What other plans do you have? Like, do you have any plans? You know, what's next? Because that's how it always is, right?
Well, I'll be doing a lot of stuff with you. I'll be doing a lot of stuff with Eli, obviously.
Yes. Next month.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna try to help out Aldo. Aldo has something that he wants to make, and I'm gonna be helping out with the camera on that. But I gotta try and find a spot for mine sometime in like probably the next semester after summer. But it involves a nightclub.
Okay.
There's more occult stuff that I love.
Okay.
More historically accurate occult stuff. I just want to put this out there. All the sigils and like the markings that were in the short film, all real.
Okay.
So those are all accurate. Those are all used to actually like commune with the dead and stuff. So found those, and the symbol of Aphia, that's an actual alchemy transmutation symbol. So Robert Eggers, I just want to bring up Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
He's one of my like favorite newer directors by far. And one of the reasons why is because he pays such a close attention to the historical accuracy of the time period, whatever it may be. But I want to be that way with occult shit and like just magic and stuff. That's like my like weird niche interest, I suppose. But there's going to be a lot of that, a lot of blood. Maybe not. Might be more blood. Might be more blood than last time. Actually, now that I think about it.
Hey, more blood. That's what it gets people's attention.
It does. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about it. Mostly female cast.
Nice.
So I do want to bring that up. It's like,
look at you, you're progressive. No, I'm just kidding.
It's because I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I talked to Geneva about it while we were filming. She's like, man, all the short films I've been in, like all the women are either dead or are dying or like are going to die. It's like, that's a valid point. Like all the ones I've been in have been like that as well. No one dies in yours. I was just about to say that's not true.
I was like, wait, what?
Holy shit! Samantha dies.
Yeah, right. No, they steal from us. She steals from us. Yeah, in my film, I make where the women are thieves. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, like I noticed that, and I was like, man, it should be a little different. And so I specifically wrote this one in mind to be more female centric, more female focused, and that's also going to be tying in with like the occult stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because historically, women have been more involved with that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So is that the script that you just sent me?
Yes.
Oh, I am so excited.
I'm at least willing to say the name because I've got the name nailed down. It's Thunder Perfect.
Thunder Perfect coming later this year or maybe early next year.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because just to kind of bring it back a little bit, it's funny you say that because it's so true. It's like, oh yeah, like I'm going to help you with yours, and then I'm help Eli, and then I'm help this person. So all these people that he's naming are people that he's met on other sets, and now it's just like that person is doing a set, and that's just kind of how it works.
Networking is real.
Yeah, like you branch out to these different people to help them out. So by any means, you can say no on camera. I will totally help you with this project that you're doing, whatever
Of course, dude.
Even if you need me to come back in acting.
What's funny is I am willing to. I'm keeping the name Eric as a running gag.
Oh goodness. Okay.
So I want to sort of not have it be connected to Vale, but I think we had this conversation on set where it's like, what if Eric just shows up in like all of my short films?
Oh goodness, yeah.
Not shows up, but at least his name dropped or something like that. I think that would be funny. Like
Eric,
that's the connection between all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for it. I would love to be on the crew as well. But if I just need to be like a gas station clerk, I'll do it for you. But that's just how it is. So everybody, once again, this is the last time. Please go watch Vel. It's very, very good. It's a very fun time. And it's something different, too, and I kind of feel like it kind of relates to what's going on, like technology-wise.
I have to bring this up. Oh,
Go
my
for
God.
it. Shoot.
It was a couple days. I actually have to pull out my phone to show you, dude. So it was a couple days after we finished filming. I think it was actually the day after we finished filming. I got an email from a new AI website.
GPS signal lost.
You just lost your GPS signal?
Exit navigation.
Look, guys, I don't want to be the one to say this, but the guy does not have an iPhone.
Oh, my God. Exposed. I got it at Walmart. Fuck.
He's still a good guy, though. He's still a great guy.
Just a broke-ass bitch.
Aw. I mean, he said it, not me.
So Poe. Hey everyone. Over the last 2 years, we have built Poe, a unified chat interface to all AI. We now provide millions of users with access to hundreds of the best text, image, video, and audio models from the leading AI companies, along with millions of bots built on top of them all in one place. So it was named Poe. It's an AI website that has like a bunch of other AIs like in it, and it's got like audio and video and that sort of thing. I read this after I woke up the next day after we finished filming, and it tripped me the fuck out. I thought one of you guys sent it to me or something.
That's so trippy. Now go watch Vel and come back.
And you will realize why that's so trippy.
That is actually insane.
Again, I can read the date on it. It's February 25th.
They stole your idea.
They heard me.
They heard your idea and they built it.
They said, that's a great idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
Why can't we do that?
Let's haunt people. But anyways, everybody, I'm Nick, and this is...
I'm Chance.
Yeah,
Grauso,
this is Chance.
Grauso,
So glad for you guys to tune into this special episode with a special guest. Again, please go watch Vel. It's on YouTube. It's a great... And, so ReviewBox, we usually end it with just like a sentence or phrase or anything. So you can go ahead and end it whichever way.
I want to end it with, I don't know, something inspirational. Just right. Just feeling
right.
of you're not going to be good enough and it's just shit and no one's going to like it. Don't listen to that voice, because I think that goes for everyone. Everyone always thinks that when they're in a void or they're in the room or something, and they're not able to look at it unbiased or be unbiased when they look at their own work. But trust yourself, because people might like it and it might resonate with them. And you just might have absolutely random people coming up to you after the short film saying that it was their favorite one of the night. And that warms my heart, dude.
That was probably the most genuine thing that has ever been said on this pod and on the other pod. So honestly, bro, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Nick.
Yeah, of course. And I obviously look forward to working with you in the future.
Of course.
And of course,
Stay
the dogs
tuned.
had to jump in. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.